When you have #1 beside your name, you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Welcome, everyone, to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinal. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Nittany Lions will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cardinal offense will take the field to get things underway. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Brown will throw it. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. On the ground, it's Ford. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
The Cardinal will have to boot it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Nittany Lions offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punt.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds the tight end. They bring him down right at the 45. Not enough to move the sticks, but maybe close enough to go for it here on 4th. Trying to do it on the ground. Steamrolls his way ahead. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. And the Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Nittany Lions are marching down the field. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He caught it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Nittany Lions trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Trying to slam in. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Brown wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that's a great job by the defender that time, locating the ball on the ground and hopping on it for a fumble recovery. And guys, that's the 2nd straight game. This guy has had a fumble recovery. Had one their last time out, and he's got another one here.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires into the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Texas Tech endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Lubbock, and the Red Raiders came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is still a W. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday as we send things back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Fires to the tight end. They knock him down, but he gets enough to give Stanford a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Brown will throw it. Rushes on him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Here's the pressure. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on third down. The inside handoff. Got it across the 35 to the 36, but the defense knew that line to defend, and they forced a fourth down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Palo Alto. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys on the farm.
Stanford will boot it away to start this second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with second and short. That's reeled in. It's Hudson. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. On the run, it's Allen. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. After picking up a couple, it's second and 8. To the air, it's Allard. That's caught. It's Singleton. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now, Drew Allard feels as if he has unfinished business at Penn State. Tyler Warren is gone, but Allard still with a plethora of weapons at his disposal, and maybe, David, giving him a path to redemption in the college football playoff.
Yeah, and when we saw him finish, it wasn't the best, right? He made the big turnover. They had a chance to go to the national title game, but Penn State took some next steps, and he took some next steps. So if the talent in this offense, another year with Colton Ecke, the running backs back, like this offense could really take that next step.
The Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line. The give out of the gun. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up second and 3. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. A run for the quarterback.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Offense gets set for second down. They go to the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Nittany Lions kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Back to throw, it's Allard. Finds his big tight end.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. Tight end now in motion. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The running game has been thrown in reverse the last 2 plays. Would they dare try to run it again on 3rd down? And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The snap sets up the throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th.
17, Stanford, 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Brown wants to pass. Under fire. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, and if you're wondering why this offense hasn't scored in this game, it's plays like that. Not only have they not been able to execute running or throwing the football, they've had penalty problems, but it's turnovers as well. And here in the 4th quarter, ball security coming back to bite this offense, giving that one up.
The Nittany Lions trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, sniffing the goal line. He's going to lose a yard on that one. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Push down for the tackle. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, as a defensive coach, that's a win. When you can be already put in a bad position because your offense fumbles and they're in scoring position and you give up just 3, that is a situational football at its best. Nice job by this defense, handling a little adversity and just giving up the field goal.
He'll start the return inside his 5. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Brown will throw it. Finds his big tight end. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Stanford wants to push the pace. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. So now it's 2nd and long.
On the play. 2nd down coming up.
Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Farrell. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. They're dealing with a second and long.
Brings up second down.
Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Bring in the heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Trying to escape and get it himself. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Here's a heat. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this one. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the three phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that